Good morning, Rabbi Isai. Welcome to all the guests. Shalom, what's your name? From? West Hempstead. West Hempstead. Shalom Aleichem. And you? Where in Connecticut? Waterbury. Valdik. So what? Newer house kind of thing. They did. It's like a new community, you know? Newer community. Waterbury proper. What's in the yeshiva building? Stam, what happened to that yeshiva building? Cool. Who else? Shalom Aleichem. What's your name?
My initials is actually MDY.
One minute. Gottman is MDY? What does that have to do with? The first name. Givaldik. You do MDY? You learn every day?
I do since we was
Really? What's your name again? Gottman what?
Moshe Gottman.
But how do I remember? MDY Gottman. Okay, that's all we have to remember. What? Yeah, I might. That's one name I might remember. Yeah. Shalom Aleichem, another guest. Wie heißt ihr? From?
Stedman.
Really? You part of the Chabura?
Yes.
Givaldik. Shalom Aleichem. Who else? That's your Schwager. Mendy, what are you doing here? Were you breaking up with the Mishpacha, Mendy?
8 minutes down the piece.
Not you. You, I almost missed you. Let me guess, West Hempstead. No. Where?
Toronto.
Really? I shouldn't, yeah. What's your name?
Chaim Levy.
Shalom Aleichem. Wow, nice to meet you. Who else? There's more. Come on, guys. Ilan Golan. Sounds very, very familiar. You were here and it's sponsored. Okay, I got it. Okay, Shkoyach. Who else? We have Moshe Einhorn in the house. What a guest! Wow. Who? Oh, Shalom Aleichem. You. What's your name?
Yidel Brown.
From?
Muncie.
Yidel Brown from Muncie. We have almost a million of guests. It's beautiful. Rabbi Isai, we have a few new sponsors here. It's still coming in because, you sponsor $10,000, you get a free room. So the oilam is still, we have over here, Cornelius, simulating cyber threats. Yishkoyach. And, this I didn't even notice, use promo code MDY10 okay. And then we have this, you know who that is? HYK, who's that? Hillel, the Machloikis, you said. Shkoyach Hillel, wow. So what do you get for $5,000? A half a bed? How does it work? Wow. It's Machloikis. This is an old one, but a good. I showed it a while ago.
This Shabbos was ultimate. It was amazing. There is nothing like it at all.
I had the zchus to see the real MDY.
You have people from all different walks of life connecting here, talking to each other like they've been best friends for life.
We saw amazing speakers, food, people.
Being part of this, you can't put into words.
Everybody was bearing their souls and open. Everybody lets down the mask. Everybody shows their vulnerability.
It's like truly one big family.
Everyone is coming for one thing, to learn Hashem's Torah.
For MDY, they're not just interacting, they're brothers.
It was so amazing to get to know all the MDY family.
It's going to be an amazing Shabbos Chaskas.
Everybody should make a big ishtadlus to come. It's life-changing. It's a Shabbos of a lifetime. Can't miss something like that.
Don't even think twice, my friend. Sign up today.
Very nice. Very few rooms. People think I'm like, like in the magazines, you see only 10% left, but it really means 90% left. No, not messing around. There's very few rooms left. Probably by Shabbos we're going to be sold out. But we gave an opportunity to everybody. It's a Shabbos of Achdus, be'emes, where everybody comes together, all types of Yidden. It's a Shabbos that we're giving back to the people in the shir, the people that give to the shir and help the shir run, because of $2.5 million a year. So those who give on a monthly basis, and they should really, because you're getting every day, give back. And it's open to everybody. There's still rooms available, so you're welcome to come. And I got to say this again, just in case you didn't hear me say this. One more time. Women enjoy it a lot, and they don't have any fears. They come, even if they don't know anyone. they end up enjoying. So don't tell your wife not to worry about it. I've been learning with you already for a month and a half. There isn't a day when you're not with me on the bus and also in Azerbaijan, whatever, how are you there? Azerbaijan. Thank you for your dedication, love, and admire you. In the picture, the Lahava Tower in Baku, Azerbaijan. There it is, the towers. I don't know if he lives there. I don't know if he's in a hotel there. I don't know exactly. Another crazy spot. MDY spotted. Don't tell me it's the same thing. No, it's written different. Abidjan, Africa. Mamish, similar name. Azerbaijan, it's Xer Shava, not a Hekesh. It's the same word. Aaron Perlberger, dear Belly, last summer my father, to thank Hashem for taking care of him, took upon himself to start learning Daf Yomi again, but this time the proper way. I told him about yourself and MDY, even though I'm not a member of your holy dedicated MDY family, thinking that your shiurim have everything to make my father love learning Daf Yomi. He has since started Masechtas Avodah Zarah. He has since starting in Masechtas Avodah Zarah with MDY, not stopped learning. Day in, night out. Motzei Tisha B'Av, Yom Kippur, you name it. This is a true lifetime evolution. In his Kfiyas Sitim, he loves you. I wanted to end up by thanking you. I always wanted to wish you and the MDY family to continue to grow and inspire. Kol Tov and Yasher Koyach, Aaron Perlberger, Antwerp, Belgium. P.S. My father traveled by train to Paris for a wedding last week, and I wanted to share with you a picture my mother took. Here he is. Ever since he got the Daf Yomi bug, he's been hooked. Givaldic. Leis Tarlo. This is a story I told you a few times. I'll tell you again. He came to be mechazik me, but nimtzo mischazik. He came up with an app. It's called Centers, and he came to me. He asked me if I could promote his app. He came all the way to Utah to schmooze with me. But once he got in my net, I said, "No, and what about the daf?" And he hasn't missed a day since then. I happen to travel almost every single week for work. I deal with lots of boring time on planes, and so right after I met you in Utah, I realized I could turn boring time into productive time, and I usually save the daf to learn the daf with you on my flights. Spotify. This week, I had a flight to Eretz Yisrael, and so I saved up lots of daf, and Baruch Hashem, I was able to learn almost 7 daf on the flight here. 1.8 speed helps. Blaise Tarlo, Centers guy. I don't know where he is. How come he's not here? Rabbi Isai, big mazel tov. Dave, you didn't tell us. With gratitude to Hashem for blessing us with a whole and healthy baby boy. Even in the hospital, we still make time for the daf. Ezra Sharfman, that's Dave's brother, who comes on Sundays, I believe. No? Fridays. Mazel tov. Dear Veli, I want to take a moment and thank you for all the hard work you put into this year. I really enjoyed Masechtas Haris as for my son's refuah shleima, and I didn't expect to continue afterward. But for the first time in my life, I've truly begun to enjoy learning Gemara with the shir. Beyond the enjoyment, I genuinely feel that the shir has helped me grow spiritually. It gives me strength and joy each day and has made Gemara learning something I look forward to. May Hashem give you the strength and resources to continue giving the shir for many years to come. And may all our learning be a schos for my son's complete refuah shleima. Moshe Gabriel ben Shana Rivka, who will undergoing his 6th open heart surgery on December 5th. Thank you so much, Morty Goldner. Refuah shleima. You should be able to have nachats and archavas hadas and not worry about these things. The Masechta is sponsored by David Solomon, dedicated in memory of Avi Moiri, Reb Shmuel Baruch, Ben Reb Chaim Tzvi, Doi Zruchon Levracha. Masechta sponsored anonymous Lilu Nishmas, Doi Di Shlomi Yehuda Zruchon Levracha, Ben Shmuel Chaim Zruchon Levracha, Shokad V'Lomet Kochim Kol Chayov. Anonymous Lezech Nishmas Nochem Tzvi Ben David, sponsored by Skybrook Capital, in honor of our friends Meir Kovacs, Taki, and Shamshi Shlafrak for their devotion to Torah study and the Shir. Joel Gedalius, Lilu Nishmas, my father Jack Gedalius. Anonymous, Hatzlacha Baruch Nizu V'Gashmias. Monthly sponsors Tzvi Jacobs for Refuah Shleima for Bracha Bat Chana. Anonymous, please down for Refuah Shleima for the world's best dad, Aaron ben Chaya Sarah. Anonymous, Baruch Adol Yidai, Baruch Tzvi Nisim ben Shoshana Lev, Yehuda B'Yom ben Chava. Weekly sponsors, Alan Kahn. In memory of my mother, Yocheved Mina Bat Avram. Ari Simon, Refuah Shleima Avi Moiri Baruch ben Miriam. You had the surgery ready? Yeah, a few hours ago. Wow, should have Refuah Shleima. David Green for Refuah Shleima for Chana Rivka Bat Yosefa. Daily sponsors: Peretz Chaim Levin, Nishmas Harav Ezra David Ben Reuven Naftali Alevi, Rebbe Newberger on a Shloishim, friend, mentor, tzaddik, and someone who truly believed in me. Anonymous, happy birthday, Moshe. Thanks for my daf addiction. L'schus Moshe Yechiel Ben Freda, Leah, Zivik, Hogan, Bekarov, Amen. Spritzi and Alan Gross for the yard of our uncle, the Nishmas David Ben Yosef. Shirley Furman, RL 245. Here we go. In celebration of my son Yehuda's 20-year cancer anniversary, Ad Meyav Esrim Amen. Chaim Levitin, In memory of Phyllis Levitin, Pazuchevet Bas Yehuda Doiv Tzvi HaKoyin, for the end of Shloishim, or Neshama should have an Aliyah. Your mother's very proud of you and the way you down for the Amid with such, not speed, pace. Regularly, she's mamish proud of you. Alan Sokoloff. Alan Sokoloff, in memory of my grandfather, Alan Sokoloff. No, she's proud of you because you come to the shir twice a day. Twice a day. What? And when it was not Oinen, the only person ever to come to a shir before a parent's levaya in the history of MDY, here he is. Bamas, he got a psak. In memory of my grandfather, Alan Sokoloff, that's how you pronounce it, Eliyahu ben Avram Abba, whose 41st yahrzeit is today. Happy birthday to Ilan Stern from Upper East Side, who began learning the daf with Horius and going strong. It all started with a cold plunge. Cold plunge is the way to go. From your brother-in-law, Binyamin Sharf, Daf Yomi Magichir, in the Stiebel. Wow. So I don't know how that works exactly. Competition, not competition. There's no competition when it comes to Torah. Innovations LLC, Refuah Shlema for Baruch Ben Miriam, and to welcome Thinkers Distillery at the official MDY Shabbaton sponsor. That's him? Yeah. Are you an official sponsor for Thinkers? No. Okay. Wow. Another daily sponsors. Anonymous. Business to be very successful with only honest and reasonable clients and workers. Amen. Private VIP IT for success in business and free tech support for all satellite locations. Free tech support for all satellite locations. Yishmak. Okay. My boy say. Huh? Taki has a room? Taki has a room. This what? One more. Where? No. Oh, MDYR. He's right. Anonymous for the first name of Rivka Naomi Basel Shavubatio. What is going on here? Month. Refuah Shlema Yonatan Edem Shavu Bracha. Refuah Shlema Mordechai Ben Esther. Refuah Hayel Daniel Zev and Hayel Esther. Rabbi said we're holding the Vayin Daled Amud Aleph on the top, 4 lines down. A few new guests. Guests, you want to say hello or you rather not? Shalom Aleichem. What's your name? From? Borough Park. And you?
Ari Diamond. Nephew's every day of the shir for 2 years.
Wow. Shalom Aleichem, Ari Diamond. It's much more, you said. It's 4 years. Today's your birthday. You want to give us a bracha?
You should all have nachas, and for Yiddish nachas, you keep bringing calling yourself for Torah.
Oh, mate. Rabbi say, if you're a guest here, and this is your first time here, please raise your hand. Bemis, please raise your hand. Raise your hand. No, you raise your hand. Yes. How many? What do we got here? You. I'm not going to count. Oh, I didn't say hello to you. What's your name? Toby Bergman, Brooklyn, New York. Yes. I know, but you don't have the right accent. That's why. Okay, I'm just correcting you. It's New York. Nothing major. Okay, Givaldik. We have a minion here. Baruch Hashem. Rabbi Isai, I just want to tell you real quickly. Yesterday we finished off with Mevi Chaveroi Umizavigloi. You have a cup of blood for the Sari Lazaz, you bring another Sari Lazaz, you make it a shidduch. I just want to tell you real quickly, a ma'aseh that I wanted to say yesterday, say it now. A girl came to Rabbi Zar and asked him for a bracha for a shidduch. So he gave her a bracha for a shidduch. Now he had a thing that he liked when people said back, v'chein lamar. So he gives her a bracha for a shidduch and he's nu. And she looks at him, what? He says, nu v'chein lamar. Like, but the Rav's married. I know, v'chein lamar. So he explained to her, he said, people that are married, they also need brachas for a zivug hagun, that the zivug should continue getting better and better and stark and stark. Zogt the Gemara, Omer Rav Nachman, Omer Rav Bar Avu, Omer Rav. V'chein lamar. 4 lines from the top of Ayin Daled.
Because he almost got divorced.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
And when he was coming from. His wife almost, it was mamish
really?
On the cusp of getting divorced.
Did Rabbi Breverman tell him to
learning Rambam or something, and she said, I'm going to stay with you. It's mamish a miracle, like he was.
What, it's in the book?
I wrote it, yeah. I wrote it in the introduction to his book.
Because she watched MDY.
Wow. Woman, you wrote a book about him?
They put out his book, my friends, we were robbed. And we released it. They asked me to write a mini bio on him. So that's what
that part, Givaldi. Okay. I hear.
He's coming from experience.
Everybody has that experience, and those who don't, their marriage is a little shvach, I think. Omer Rav Nachman, Omer Rav, Rav Omer Rav. Not that experience of almost getting divorced. That's not what I meant. I meant every marriage needs a chizuk on a daily basis. You have to work on it. Either you work on it, I'm being very clear. Either you work on it and it gets better, or you don't work on it and it starts going down. If you don't have fights with your wife, something's wrong. That's what I meant.
Clarity is good.
Omer Rav Nachman, Omer Rav, Rav Omer. Beis Hashem, I'm going to go home and have a little fight with my wife to make sure that. Omer Rav Nachman, Omer Rav, Rav Omer Rav. Tabash Avodah Zarah shenis Arav Meita boys. Oh, you have a ring, an Avodah Zarah ring. It was on the Avodah Zarah. You have a getchka with a ring. So the ring is there for beautification, but it's part of the Avodah Zarah. Tabash Avodah Zarah. And we know that anything that we learned in Masechtas Avodah just recently, Avodah Zarah is not batal. If you have even a mashahu, one small piece in a very large thing, it's not batal. There's no bittul by Avodah Zarah. So we have a unbelievable halacha. There is a trick. It's not a trick. There is a way to make a bittul. Meaning, a guy owns a jewelry store and he has 100 rings, and one of the rings is Avodah Zarah. There's no way out of it. You can't say roiv, it's 99 to 1, it's 100 to 1, it's 200 to 1. It doesn't work. All your rings are garbage. You can't benefit from it. Like that guy that went to I don't remember where, some far out country, and he saw a beautiful, when we were learning about the Zara, saw a beautiful Maisa Shaya, beautiful golden whatever, and he bought it for a steal. And he's very proud of it. He comes back to Israel and shows it to his friends. His friend says, but that's like an Avodah Zarah thing. They look it up, it's an Avodah Zarah thing, and there's nothing you can do. Zero. You pay the money, take it, burn it, throw it out. You can't be mevatel, you can't sell it, you can't have any honor from it. So you have 100 rings, more than 100. What are you going to do with it? There's one way out. One way out. No. Before, but he bought it already. Yeah. The guy, it's too late now. He came back to Eretz Yisrael. I said specifically, he came back to Eretz Yisrael.
If you sell 99 and give 100.
You can't sell. You can't sell.
Sell 99 and you give 100. So you're not selling the Avodah Zarah.
I don't know. You can't sell. You can't do anything. You cannot benefit from it. Listen to this. We have something here that we didn't have in Avodah Zarah. Listen to this. Listen to the svara. There is something that can work. One thing. V'nafla achas mehem layam agadol. We did a little thing more for the Israelis. I'm not going to show it today because the Americans might not get it. But we just had recently here in Eretz Yisrael a whole thing where a phone miraculously fell into Yam HaGadol. It fell into the sea and somebody found it. So we did a little video. I'm not going to show it now. What? You guys don't know the story. Okay, even in America, fine. Rabbi says it starts off that the phone is in Avodah Zarah. Of course, we know.
לא מאמין. תראו מה מצאתי.
We didn't even show it like that to the Hebrew. It wasn't even a half hour. I'm not exaggerating. Half hour before share, I called up Yossi and said, "You know what would have been mamish good if we did one of this." So as a surprise for me, he put it in, and then like during share, I'm like, "No, make sure." Right a minute before share, I saw that. I said, "No, but put this and smear out the face." Okay, but it didn't work on time for the share. You guys didn't see. Okay. So you do know this stuff. I thought the oil was not holding. Okay, fine. So all of a sudden, it's like, what's going on here? But listen to what happened there. You have 100 rings that you cannot use. And mysteriously, it's all mysterious. Mysteriously, one of the 100 rings fell into the ocean. So we have the right to say that punk, they say punk, that one ring that fell into the ocean, that's the usher one that fell in. You can't be mevatel when it's in your story. That's it. You're done. 100 rings, but the zar is never batel. But if one ring goes pfeifen, it disappears, it gets lost. Oh, that's the ring. That's most likely the ring that was the avodah zarah ring. I just realized this ma'aseh that happened to me, and I said it recently. I got to say it again. Weirdest thing. I don't know pshat. I went into a public bathroom in a airport, and I saw a diamond ring on the sink. So I look around. There's nobody there. So I take the ring. And I said, you know what, I'm going to make a Kiddush Hashem. I'll wait there for 5 minutes. And during the 5 minutes, my wife calls me once. So I have to go to the flight. So I go, and I show her the ring. I said, you're not going to believe this. I found this diamond ring, and I don't know if it's real, not real. I don't know what it is, garnished. I found it. And nobody came back. And so I show it to her. She looks at it. I take it, put it in my pocket. 5 minutes later, I want to see it again. I look in my pocket. It's not there. I never saw it again. A ma'aseh shahaya. I don't know what happened to that ring, but I did find it and I showed it to my wife. So maybe it was avodah zarah. I don't know. Maybe it was that punk, that one avodah zarah ring.
Or you were pickpocketed.
Putru kulon. Huh?
Or you were pickpocketed.
That's pickpocket, okay? Should have enough from it. Putru kulon. When we were learning avodah zarah, I remember saying this also. There's a place today in India where people come, and it's part of their religion. They throw their rings into this water fountain, whatever it is, like a little. So I looked it up on ChatGPT. How much value over the years is in that? They say close to
$84 billion.
$84 billion worth of gold and diamonds in that one little thing, sitting there now. Now, it's not a fundraising idea. Why is it also to the... We cannot have any benefit from it. So what we can do, we can take it and then put a gun to somebody and say, tell them be mevatel, then maybe it can work. You have to know how to do it though. What a shame if you took 1 billion and then you came back to Eretz Yisrael and said, sorry, can't do anything with it. There's no eitzah, nothing. 84 billion. So somebody asked the Mordechai Kasha, has ChatGPT? No, maybe it's 83 billion. So then I told him that somebody sent me a thing, punkt yesterday, I think it was Mark Ashkenazi, sent me that somebody asked ChatGPT, is this mushroom poisonous or not? So ChatGPT looks at it, says, no, it's not poisonous. Then it shows a caver, it says, rest in peace. And ChatGPT tells him, would you like me? I'm sorry, I got confused, but would you like me to explain to you about poisonous mushrooms? Yeah. So sometimes it makes a little mistake. Sometimes maybe it's 82 billion, whatever, it's in the billions over there. The Amrinon, Hachtenofal Hainu the Yisur. It's a murder chiddush. Punkt the one out of 100 that fell into the ocean. That's the one that's also. Don't tell her. She might use this Gemara like, punkt. This is exactly what happened to my phone. So you have a major problem. Now, could be you guys weren't paying attention yesterday. It was like the last thing we learned as we were finishing up Shir. Maybe it was rushed, so we're going to go through it again. But we actually saw this exact idea yesterday at the end of Shir. So the Gemara asked a question from our Mishnah. What does it say?
Why don't we say called the Parish Parish?
That what?
Because he did it.
Why don't we say called the Parish
Right. So if that right, but over here it's a little different because it's gone. It's gone. Typically speaking. What do you mean? Kol Parish that what? And therefore what? What do you want to say? That it's good or not good?
That it's not the Avodah Zarah one. It's one of the Heterim.
No, but it doesn't work. Kol Parish never works in Avodah Zarah. We don't say that there's no heter in Avodah Zarah. Over here, since it's completely gone.
It wouldn't make it a heter. It would be the chumrah. It would be a chumrah. If we say here Kol Parish Parish.
Right. So but there's an nafkamina between Kol Parish. You have it over here, and you're saying it came from the Roiv, where it's not here at all. It's not here. It's gone. It's one of these things that disappeared.
No, it's because it only applies to Yisur Derabanan.
Called the Parish.
No. This din of Tolan applies to Yisur Derabanan.
You're saying it's not a deraisa because it's the noi. It's not the exact thing.
That is not
I don't know.
There's a
okay.
Derabanan of Tolan.
The only difference that I know is that it's not here in the world. It's not here at all. So it says we had the case in our Mishnah. The case in our Mishnah is you have a chatos that must die. You can't do anything with it. There's no bittul, there's nothing. There's no pidyon, nothing. It must die. It's a chatos shemesa ba'aleh. It's one of the chatos that must die itself. and it got mixed in with 10,000 different sheep. And we said all 10,000 must die. Ask the Gemara, even 1 in 10,000, they all must die. Amai, name of the mis Isuramis. You wait until one of them dies, and when that one dies, it kind of disappears. You say, oh, the one that died is the one that was Asr. It was the Chatas that we're looking for. Same thing like here. One disappeared, we say that's the one, the bad one. The bad apple is the one that fell into the ocean. Over here also, the bad sheep is the one that died. And they explain, you would probably have to do Yirachi Stavu, you would have to let them all befall a mum, and then do a redemption, then do it, okay, whatever the pshat is. On top of this Amud, it says, it's not Reb Eliezer Omer, this not Reb Eliezer Omer, Im Korav Aroi Shalechomem, Yikru Kol HaRosh Kulon. What happened? There was one head. There was a bunch of oilos. They're all good. One oila was a bad apple. One oila was a balmum. Can't bring it as a carbon. So he went, and they put it on the mizbeach. One head they put on the mizbeach. You're allowed to bring all of them. Why? Because we're going to be toiler. We're going to say that the one head that went on the mizbeach is the one head that you shouldn't have put on the mizbeach. It's the bad head. Now that the bad head is gone, it's karev. Now you could bring all the other heads on. Says the Gemara, that only works if you bring 2 heads at a time. What's the svara here? It's a svara that needs a little bit of thought. I'm just going to say over what I understand. If you have one head that goes on the mizbeach, you could say, perhaps it's the bad head, perhaps it's the balbum. If you have 2, one of them is for sure good. So if one of them is for sure good, it seems like it's almost like a migui, sort of, which needs a little explanation. But if one of them is good, so I'm going to say, oh, hoyel, and this one is good, so that one is also good. Maybe you could do like on each one, you can say the other one is the good one. Something like that. Maybe do me a favor, Gary, if you could just mute this. I don't like the. Basically, they're talking a little bit. Huh? Okay. Now, if you bring 2 heads onto the base, there's a bunch of problems here. This is a test. What's the problem? Should be on the right. Very good. No, they're being makriv. I don't know what they're doing here. It's oila. You makriv the whole thing. So now all of them, they're all going on the left instead of the right. Okay. Oh, so says the Gemara, that only works if you bring 2 heads at a time. 2 heads at a time, you could say that the one of them is good, and Memela they're both good. So what about an hour sugya? One ring fell into the ocean. I was only talking about when you sell 2 rings at a time. If you sell 2 rings at a time, or 2 rings, you can say one of them is for sure good, and the other one is also good. Omer Rav, Tabashal Avedizor Shenisar B'Mei Tabois, Upirshu Abayim L'Mokim Echad V'Shishim L'Mokim Acher. Starts off like this. You have 100 rings, and 40 went. One Nachamol. You see the 100 rings, and a bad ring fell into Avedizor fell into the 100. Now, this is Asur. And then they somehow 40 went this way, 60 went that way. So you have a roiv. The roiv is on the right, the mute is on the left. And then here's sha'achas marboim, and then look what happened over here. Now all of a sudden we have another 20 somehow, or whatever it is, another number, and a ring went from the left into the 20. What's the halacha? From the miyut into the 20, so the 20 are good. But if it went from the 60, which is the roiv, then it's no good. So let's go back. Let's see it again one more time. It started with 100 rings. A bad ring, sorry, I didn't show the thing falling. Here we go. 100 rings, and then one ring of Avodah Zarah, a red ring, falls into the mixture. This mixture is all Avodah Zarah. You can't be mevatel b'roiv. Now, they somehow fell 40 and 60. and one ring from the 40 went into another batch, that batch is still mutter. The Gemara is going to explain everything, but if it came from the roiv batch, it's also. If one ring from the 40 went into another batch, eino iseres, not also. Right, we assume that the isser is in the roiv. So what do we assume? We assume that the isser is in the 60. So now, if a ring came out, let me ask you a question. If a ring came out from the 60 and went into the 20, why is it also? We should assume that the isser is in the 60. You just told me the isser is in the 60. We assume.
It's the same about dessert, then you just told me before.
But from the same roiv, when you're going from, you separate 40 and 60, you tell me the isser is in the 60. So when you separate one from the 60, the isser should be in the 60 and should remain asr. The 60 should remain asr, and the 20 should remain okay. It's Gemara's kasha.
The other 40 are red, right?
No.
They still have the 40 are green.
No, the ones on the 60 are red. That's what he means. Yeah, that's why there's a red box around it. Here, see, there's red around it. Red, it's asr, and this becomes asr, and this.
Should be fine, but then how do you create isser out of that?
Exactly, so it's not.
Zog the Gemara.
It's part of the 60 together. When you separate it, it's different.
Perish achas marboim bein eino iseres. Achas mishishim, the one that comes from the 60 is asr. As the Gemara, Maishna achas marboim deloi damrin and isura. If one separates from the 40, goes into the 20 pile, we're saying the 20 is okay. Why? Because it came. Damrin and isura beruba yisrael. We're saying we're going to assume that most of the iser is in the 60. Achas mishishim nami. But if one ring came from 60 and went into the pile of 20, nami amrin and isura beruba yisrael. Why didn't I say the same thing? That the iser remained in the 59 pile. It's 59. That's where most of the isser is. That's where it remained. Ella, the Gemara says, no. What the pshat is, we're going to do something else. Not that one ring came out of the 40, but rather all 40 went into the 20. And therefore, the same thing would happen with the 60. If all 60 came into the 20, yes, that means the roiv, the 60, which is the roiv. I'm assuming that's where the ring is. If all 60 came into the 20 pile, that's why it's asr.
When the 40 is separate, we assume that 40 is fine? And it's
No.
We assume both are a problem.
Yeah. Right. You don't make I don't think so. You're asking why is it green? But maybe yes, maybe one ring that goes from the 40, and that's the bad ring that went into the 20, and maybe the 40 is okay. Similar to what we said with the ocean.
Well, we had to assume that the 40 was a problem the whole time.
No, even if it's a problem, then the one ring went. Well, let's see in a second. Here we have a double suffix, says the Gemara. It's probably also, according to what the Gemara says. Says the Gemara. What's going on here? So the Gemara says like this. Let's see if I can find it. You see, if the 60 here, if all 60 go into the 20, that's when it makes it asr. Says Gemara like this. Because we view the 20 as one suffix. And we view the 40 as a second suffix. So we have a svek sveka.
What's the suffix with the 20?
Because it didn't. I know. I hear exactly. I know. We struggle with it a little bit. But the 20 is one suffix. It's its own little. It's an individual pile, and the 40 is its own suffix. No, we need a little Clark head over here. But the 60 is not a suffix. The 60 we assume that the 60 is asr. It's the roiv. And memela, when it falls into the 20 pile, it's only one suffix. One suffix doesn't work in avodah zarah. Two suffix is a double suffix. Suffix, shabbat suffix, that works. Hamrita kamei the Shmuel Amar Li. So now we have to remember the Shmuel for the rest until the bottom. Shmuel says suffix sveka, a double svek sveka, a double suffix doesn't work in avodah zarah. It works everywhere else, not in avodah zarah. Amar Li anachla avodah zarah shesveka usvek sveka, certainly one suffix. But even a double suffix svek sveka asura tzayv ha'olam. It would be It doesn't work. It doesn't help us a spek over here. So he argues. He says a double suffix doesn't work in this case. Meisvei, but it's not true. We see mefurish that a double suffix does work in Avodah Zarah. And the Gemara is going to say, oh, it's machlokes.
Oh, I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
The first suffix is when they all get mixed together. I really have two piles mixed in one.
Right.
The first suffix is maybe it's from the original 20, which was never a problem.
Correct.
The second suffix is maybe it's from the
40.
But from the 40, maybe it's a heter one. Maybe it's not the Avodah Zarah.
Correct. Yes. That's how it is. Givaldic. Yeah. Yes.
Right.
The 20 by itself, maybe it's from the 20 by itself, which never had an issue. And maybe it's from the 40 that also doesn't have an issue. Put together, it's a spek.
You know why that cell phone was a good mushroom? Because a cell phone comes with 100 rings, and you're only going to use one of them.
That was awful. Ari Hewins.
He's up. Baruch Hashem. Givaldic. Eisvei. Meisvei. No, Who did it? Benny? Look at him. He's turning colors. Avi, stand up for a second. Stand up. Come on, stand up. Wow. What an akama.
What a kiss from Hashem.
Yeah, listen, if you say sorry to him, we'll edit it out.
That's called a kiss from HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
So a ring from Hashem. Yeah. So the stam is that you should know that's how I understood Pshat, but I completely forgot it. Yishkoyach. Meisei. No, it's mefurish in everything.
It's very straight. Maybe it's in the 40, maybe it's in the 60. And even if it's in the
No. Maybe it's the right. Maybe it's the 40. Maybe it's so the 40 is a suffix, and
once you mix it in,
maybe started out from the 20.
each one that you take out is a suffix.
It might be from the 20. It might be from the 40. Okay. Meisvei. By the way, this is I think we learned about it in Avodah Zarah also. A lot in America, a lot of Christians they wear crosses. Is that considered Avodah Zarah? So the Ramah says that it's not Avodah Zarah. It's to remember the Avodah Zarah, Zichron Avodah Zarah. But he says that you shouldn't be mishtach it. You shouldn't like tie your shoe in front of it. Okay. What? With this?
Yeah. There are Indians who have like Avodah Zarah on their rings. I went to school with them. I wouldn't shake their hand.
But it's mamash Avodah Zarah. And they shake your hand on purpose. They walk around to everybody like. That's a whole different Indian. They have a lot of Avodah Zarah. In their houses, we had a big problem. One of my apartments is mamash Avodah Zarah with the incense, the ketores, to this. Meisvei. It says mefurish suffix Avodah Zarah asura. That we learned. One suffix asur. Uspek svegim muteres. A double suffix is muter. So it says mefurish. The double suffix is muter in Avodah Zarah. And Shmuel just said a double suffix is still asur in Avodah Zarah. Okay, so what's the case? One cup fell into a whole bunch of other cups. These are cups that are used for Avodah Zarah. If one cup fell into 10,000, so now the 10,000 becomes asur. And then from the 10,000 pile, I'm going to show you soon a different case that's similar. From the 10,000 went to another pile of 10,000. Mutarim. So you see, because it's a double suffix, and the double suffix is mutar. How could Shmuel say that a double suffix is asur? This is Gemara Tanoim. It's actually machlokes Tanoim. The Sanya Rabbi Yehuda Omer Rimoinei Badan Oisrim B'Kolshu. Remember, we had the other day. There are 6 things that never become batal, the very chashav of foods. One of them is Rimoinei Badan. So Rimoinei Badan, you have these pomegranates. They're very valuable, and each one doesn't become batal. And if you have one in 10,000, they all become asur. And one of them is arla from the first 3 years of a tree. And it's asur, and even in 10,000, the whole pile becomes arla. One pomegranate fell into 10,000, and from the 10,000, and from the 10,000 to another pile, asurim, they're all asur, says this Tana. Here's the case. You have one on the right side of the tennis court over there, one of the tennis courts, and it flies into this pile. This whole pile becomes red, it becomes asur. Then from this pile, it goes to another pile. So all 20,000 are asur. However, Reb Shimon ben Yehuda Imer, Mishum Reb Shimon, he says in the name of Reb Shimon Bar Yochai, L'ribay asurin, u'meribay l'shloisha. So here's another case. If it falls in, here we go. If it flew into the center pile, so the center pile becomes also, it's already red. You don't see it flying in, that's from the other case. But from this pile, it flies into a pile of 3. That's it. Boom. How many do you have total? 4. So since it flew into a pile of 3, 3 is the roiv, 1 becomes batal in 3. And from that pile, it continues flying out, goes to another pile, it's already mutter. Here, so you have a Tana that says, Rav Shimon Bar Yochai says, that a double suffix from the 10,000, you don't need another pile of 10,000. Even a pile of 3 is materit.
Why does it have to fly to another pile?
No, that pile is this is the side. After that is suffix fake. Yeah. By the way, of course. If one falls out, then it's okay.
No.
Yeah.
You already have your space fake by 4.
No.
It went into the big pile.
No.
Now I don't know.
But now it's in the pile. You can't eat it now.
Correct. It's in the pile. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I pull one out. It's a suffix. It could be the usher. It could be the heter. Now that one went into 3 other ones. That is fake sveka.
Which one? Which one is fake? The one that came?
The pile of 100.
The middle one is the first suffix. That's the first suffix. Now into the 3 is spek sveka. Now what?
Correct.
Now what?
Now why does it have to go into?
What should it do? You want to eat the 4 apples?
I want to eat one of those 4.
No, you can't. No, because the spek sveka is in there. You can't do it. It has to leave. Has to leave. No, not that. That's the second one. It needs to be after the second one. Yes. And the Hebrew article says it has to go even after that pile has to go to another pile. He says Rashi says it over here. I don't see it in Rashi. What? Says the Gemara, this is not a good day for you to be here. I have a feeling you gave shir on this daf. Now the Gemara just says Shmuel Da'amar Kaman. I just threw this together real quickly. Not that it's not a nice chart. Shmuel says look at this. There's no spek svekin avodah zara. Says the Gemara, who does he match with? Rabbi Yehuda says. This is like literally 5 to 7, so it could have been done a little nicer. Rabbi Yehuda says there's never spek never works in any isser. Take care. These Rimainim, what does Rabbi Yehuda say? In Rimainim, nothing. Spek is not good enough. Nothing to do with Avodah Zarah. So Shmuel says, oh, by the way, in Avodah Zarah, there's no spek. It does not match Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yehuda says there's never spek doesn't work in every isser in the Torah. Reb Shimon says. Spek works everywhere. Even in pomegranates it works. Even in arla it works. So Shmuel says it works in pomegranates but doesn't work in Avodah Zarah. It doesn't go like anyone. Shmuel Da'amar Kaman. Ikri Rabbi Yehuda afilu b'shari surim asur. Not just Avodah Zarah, everything. Ikri Rabbi Shimon afilu b'Avodah Zarah nami shari. Everything is mutter. You see it by pomegranates. B'chitei v'shani le Rabbi Shimon ben Avodah Zarah l'shari surim. Maybe you'll say that Rabbi Shimon goes in between. He says in Avodah Zarah it's asur, in other things it's mutter. But the problem is that we're going to be left with 0 Tanaim who tell us this following halacha. That in Avodah Zarah, 1 suffix is asur, 2 svekis is mutter. Mani, lo Rabbi Yehuda, but lo Rabbi Shimon. Rabbi Yehuda says that svek is always asur. Rabbi Shimon says it's always mutter. So who could it go like? Says Rabbi Shimon. Shmuel Savarla Rabbi Yehuda b'chada. Shmuel holds like Rabbi Yehuda by Avodah Zarah that it's asur. Upalagalei b'chada, and he holds that all isurim are mutter. Amar Mar. Miriba the shloishim l'makamacha. This is mamish easy. If you go back to that chart, you all should have asked the question, just a simple question: why do you need 4? Why do you need 4 to be mevatel b'roiv? What do you need to be mevatel b'roiv? 1 that fell into a pile of 2. 2 is more than 1. So you have a total of 3, and 1 of them is the asur one, 2 of them are the mutter one. That's bittul b'roiv. So just a simple question, a simple answer. Says the Gemara, you're right. You got to get rid of this one. It's only 3. It means the final amount. It's like milagav and milabar, sort of. The final amount was 3. Not that it fell into 3. It fell into 2, and now you have 3. And now we're just going back as a teretz. So this is one pshat in Rashi. Is going. We just asked who is Shmuel like. So the answer is Savar La Rabbi Eliezer. There is a Tana called Rabbi Eliezer, and he holds in this case that we had in Avodah Zarah that this is an Avodah Zarah tree. It's a bad tree. The guy goes and takes branches off the tree, and he makes a fire with it, and in the fire for the oven, and in the oven he bakes a bread. And then he takes the bread, so the bread is also. Then he takes the bread, and it gets mixed in with many other breads. And breads to breads, B'kitzer, it's a whole mess. They're all aser. So that's Shitas Rabbi Eliezer that holds that by Avodah Zarah, everything is aser, you got to throw it all out. Omer Shlakish. Chavish Truma Shenisar B'mei Chaviyos. One. No. Oh yeah, sponsors. Everybody's jealous of you that you get to say it every day. Adar Global Turnkey Financial Services for hassle-free real estate purchase in Israel. Stephen Schwartz, Lili Nishmois, my parents, Million J. Schwartz, former owners of R&S Deli in Lakewood. Yesterday also, one of the things that we said that never is never bottle, not only Badan, a pomegranate from Badan, but also we said egg from Perach, and what else? One of the things was a chavis, a closed barrel. So chavis shel truma shenisar b'mei chaviyos. One truma guy got mixed in with 100 barrels. V'naflo achas mem liyam hamelach, and one of them fell into Yam HaMelech, Yam HaGadol. Somebody said yesterday it has to be Yam HaGadol, the guards on the side, because Yam HaMelech would float to the top. Okay, whatever the point is. Hochu kulam. They all became mutter. Da'amrinon hach denafal disur nafal. Does this halacha sound familiar? We have 100 barrels, and one barrel of truma, which is also for us to eat from, fell into the 100. All 100 are usr. If one barrel falls out, we're going to assume that the bad apple fell out. It's mamish like the case of the rings. We have here, here, this is how it happened, if you want to know how it happened. You have this crane that's a truma crane, and this truck is full of chulin. So now you have one barrel of truma within all the barrels in the chulin. So you have 100 barrels of chulin. So we assume that that one barrel is the bad barrel. Okay. Says I need 2 cases. I need the case of this, the 100 rings, which are small items, and Rish Lakish, the larger items. When it comes to Avodah Zarah, the rings, there's no way out of it. There's no way you could, all 100 rings. That's a tremendous loss for the jeweler. So, Mela, I'm matter, one fell into the ocean. Okay, all 99 are mutter. But Truma, it's not the end of the world. What do you do if you have 100 barrels of Truma? Give it to Yossi. Give it to a kohen, sell to a kohen. You take a little loss, but there's a way out of it. You don't have to throw it all out. When you have a large barrel that goes missing, everybody realizes, oh, what happened there? One of them is missing. So what happened? Oh, it must have fallen into the ocean, and that's why I gave you a heter to use the rest of the barrels. People won't realize why I let you use the other 99 rings. They don't realize that it fell into the ocean. The mikir in filasa, or a large item like a barrel, that's mutter because people realize why I give him a heter. But when it comes to a small item like a fig, no, fig that's arlo, whatever it is. No, it's not true. Even a small item. How did it become aser? From a small item fell into this pile. So if a small item can make a pile aser, so a small item also makes it mutter when it falls out. Omer Rabbi Lazar. Chavis shel truma, one more halacha, or maybe not. Omer Rabbi Lazar, chavis shel truma shenafla b'mei chaviyos. One chavis of truma fell into 100 barrels. like the ring case, 1 into 100. So this is a very interesting halacha. You have 100 barrels, and 1 barrel is truma. So out of the 100, 1 out of 100 is truma. So what do? You open up 1 barrel, and you drink from it. First you take off truma. How much truma do you have to take off from each barrel? 1 out of 100. 1 out of 100. Because 1 whole barrel out of 100 is truma. So from every barrel, I'm going to assume a little bit is truma, 1/100th, 1%, which is a pella, because it's really all in 1 barrel. No, I could open up the barrel, take out 1%, and from every barrel, take out 1%. So from this barrel, I'll take out 1%, and I'll drink. Rashi just sticks in that it's 101. 1 to 101. If you want to be mamish, medai. Why? Because that 1%, or whatever is in the barrel itself. You need 1% plus 100. So from the barrel, it's 1 out of 101. Okay. I call upon him. Says the Gemara, it makes no sense what you're telling me. Yosef Rav Dimi b'kamel Shmait Tzom Rav Nachman asks, Gama Shasik Chazina Hacha. When is a barrel ever usher? When do you ever have an isser that falls in 100 barrels? 1 barrel falls in. You just take off from the top 1%, and you go good to go. In other words, how can you be mevatel isser l'chatchila? There's a concept in Shas, a mevatlin isser l'chatchila. You have a barrel, it's also because there's truma somewhere. You're going to take off a little from the top and make it mutter. It doesn't work. Elaimo, what happened was niftacha achas mehem noitel imeno kedei dimua v'shoyse. If it happened to be that it popped open, then you take from it. The word is because 1 barrel cannot be bottled in 100. Why can a barrel is chashuv? But let's say you have an item that used to be chashuv yesterday, but today it's not chashuv. This barrel is open; it's not chashuv anymore. So now, since it's not chashuv, it is bottled. It could be bottled. You take off a little from the top and you drink. Or Rishaya, and therefore you just take this. I'm just going to do 3 more lines. Chavishal truma shenisarve b'meya v'chamishim chaviyos. 1 that fell into 150. So how much do we have in each barrel now, Rabbi Isai? How much would you have to take off from each barrel? 1 barrel fell into 150 barrels. So you'd have to take out 1 out of 150. Or to be exact, 1 out of 151. And 100 barrels were open. You can take out the 1 out of 151 from each barrel, and you drink. But the other 50, you have to wait until they miraculously, mysteriously pop open. Don't say, oh, no, you don't have to wait for the other 50, you can drink as is. Each and every one you have to wait. You don't say, oh, the Isser was in the 100, because that's the Roiv. In other words, Rav Yehuda before said the Isser is in the 60. We always assume that the Isser is in the 60. Over here, you don't say that. He's mechulik on him. He argues on him. He says you have to wait until it opens up. Then you take 151. Rabbi Sai, have a wonderful day.
Merit the schus of spreading Torah throughout the world. Sponsor a shir today. MDYsponsor.com or sponsor at MDYDaf.com.